Shalom, brothers and sisters, the children of Jasharala, the children of Jacob, scattered all over the earth. Ahaya, bless you in the name of Jeshaya Hamashiach. And I just want to salute you guys and to everyone who is listening, whether you're a Hebrew or a Gentile, according to the scriptures, right? So we want to let you know some details, and anyways, the thing is, I want to make a question. I just have one question for those of you who take part of any movement, religion, philosophy out there, New Age, whether you call yourself a liberalist, a open-minded, a lesbian, whether if you homosexual, New Age atheist, whether you call yourself a Darwinist, any of that, Marxist, Zionist, Communist, Socialist, Democrat, Republican, Nazi, whatever you want to call it, the same with different names, okay? Which and all of this comes from who? From Esau. All right, we already know this. The thing is, I just have one question for you guys, and I know you have heard this probably many times, but I just have one question for you. What is the Bible? What is the Bible for you? What is the Bible for you? Why do we see that no one attacks the Quran, the chakra, the voodoo, the magic, the Freemasonry, and all these different levels of Satanist movements, okay? Because atheism is a man-made religion. Thomas Paine, Charles Darwin, Karl Marx, all these people, they are Edomites. They were Edomites, and after the elite used our Bible, they try to say the Bible is fake. You heard about the books that they took out, the so-called apocrypha. Why you think they took those books? I thought the Bible was fake. If the Bible is fake, why you gotta hide some stuff, that was included for thousands, hundreds of years, and people knew about this. So the thing is, before I start on this, a few points I just want to make clear and expose. Let's just say to my brethren, the children of Jacob, Shema Yasharala Ahaya Alahaya Nawa Ahaya Akad. Okay? Igualam forever. Hear, O Israel. Ahaya, our God, is one. Okay? In the name of Jeshaya, whom we all wait, even the Gentiles. Okay? Those who have the testimony of Jeshaya and follow the commandments of the Most High God, Ahaya. I exist. Those who want to take part on this new kingdom to come, you have to have the testimony of Jeshaya HaMashiach. You have to repent, drop your idols, your religions, because we will show you, even though it has been proven, the existence of the Most High, Ahaya. We will just remind you again and again, because we were chosen for this. We were made for this. Okay? And the law, and those for you who say the Old Testament don't matter and the law don't matter, let me tell you something. The law, what made the children of Israel different from the Gentiles. The law separated the Hebrews from the heathen, okay? So you don't keep the law because the law wasn't given to you. It is to be expected. from the heathen, okay? But let me tell you something. The point I just want to make. The Bible talks about the children of Israel from beginning to end, right? Well, let me tell you something. If you don't know who they are, because the book was for them, it was written by them, okay? A black man book. Hate it or love it, okay? It was a Negro. It's the book of the Negroes, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Aborigines, natives. They are the Hebrews. In Africa, certain regions, Asia, in India, the black slaves that the Muslims took, and then the Europeans took them over here to the Americas. Listen, I'm going to show you what is the Bible, a fairy tale, or the history of a people, a religion book or a history book. Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 to 14 speak of the blessings that the Almighty God of the Hebrews, Ahaya, was going to bring to the children of Israel if they kept the covenant and the law, right? We know this, and their commandments in the land that Ahaya gave them. But verses 15 to 68 speaks of the curses that Ahaya was going to bring on the children of Israel if they did not keep the covenant and the law that he gave them. We know this, right? Okay, let's focus on verse 68. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It says, "And the Holy One shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman. And no man shall buy you." Okay, you're going back to Egypt with ships. So geographically speaking, we know that Israel and Egypt, they make borders. It's not too far. You can go, you can travel from Israel to Egypt or vice versa, driving, you know. Or you can take it through the Mediterranean Sea. You can take a ship, but it's easy. It's more easier driving. But anyways, you get the point. Okay, what were the Hebrews doing in ancient Egypt? How were the Hebrews treated by the Egyptians after the death of Joseph and the 12 sons of Jacob, Israel? They were oppressed. They were lynched. They were slaves with no political voice, no military defense. The word Egypt here in verse 68 is speaking of another Egypt, of another long oppression, right? Now, let's just stop here. Let's just stop here. We know that time after time in the Bible, Egypt is mentioned as what? As a house of what? House of bondage, right? It was a place that we will see. They will see their people killed, their children killed. You know, they had to suffer, have to go through that. They would be persecuted, mistreated, you know, systematically, morally. The system of Egypt, they just destroyed the children of Israel in every way. But let's see. Okay. Let's just go back here. Let's just go back here. The word Egypt right here. The word Egypt here in verse 68, speaking of the word of another Egypt, another long oppression. Egypt against years and centuries of oppression and bondage, slavery, okay? With ships, by the way of cargo ships, being brought as animals for sale from one place to another, okay? So, y'all getting me, right? Let's keep on. That they would be taken in ships to serve their own enemies, meaning servitude, hence slavery. Remember, you can find this in the book of Jasher, that they dwelt in the children of Israel. They dwelt 430 years, but they were slaves 210 years. Okay? So, the thing is, have we seen who in history has been brought as in ships as slaves? According to history, right? Have we known of any nation? When I mean nation, any race. What people came in come on, this is man, come on. Were the Chinese slaves of all the kingdoms of the earth? Were the so-called white people, European Caucasian people, brought in ships as slaves? Were they slaves of all the kingdoms of the earth? From ancient Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, ancient Babylon, Iraq, Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, Alexander, the Romans, the Roman Empire, Augustus Caesar, the Caesars in them. Who were the slaves of them, of all those kingdoms? And now the last kingdom, America, United States, huh? The land of the greed and the home of the slave. USA, huh? USA. Hey, listen, this is no hate, okay? According to the Bible, this country is gonna fall. According to the Bible, we already know that the United States of America is Babylon in the book of Revelation. But anyways, just look at your $1 bill. What you're gonna find? You're gonna find a pyramid, right? You have a pyramid on your $1 bill. Because America mimics all the ways of the Egyptians on how to exterminate the children of Israel, the population control. You see, let's do this. Let's do this. When the Romans invaded and sacked Jerusalem in 70 AD, the Hebrew Israelites migrated to South Africa because they were also black Africans. The children of Ham, and could hide among another race of color. But even so, the word of the Most High Ahaya was fulfilled, and were brought from coast of Africa as slave ships, right? Look at Daniel, chapter 9, verse 11. All Israel transgressed thy law, departed not to obey thy voice. Wherefore the curse and the oath which is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, had fallen upon us, the servant of Ahia, the God of Abraham, because we have sinned against him. Okay. Now we know our people in the Americas, in the Caribbean, every so-called Negro, mulatto, cocolo, los negros, the so-called Negroes, they are children of the slaves. They are descendants of the slaves brought by the Americans, the Spaniards, the British, everyone, every European puppet of Rome, the fourth beast in the vision of Daniel. Okay, so many times the children of Israel hid in Africa, for they were slaves to all kingdoms, like I said. See? Look at Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? There are still Hebrews in different regions of Africa, as in Ethiopia, West, Central, and South Africa. We already know this. Although those who were sold as slaves were taken from West Africa, because the Israelites had migrated to these regions, as well deep into Central and Southeast Africa. Now, let's just stop right here. Let's just stop right here. I want to show you guys something. Let me see. See? I want you guys to take a look at this. I want you guys to take a look at this. Y'all see, right? Y'all see this, right? See? This is what basically happened. So we know that when the angel told Mary and Joseph go to Egypt, because Herod, the Romans, the Edomites powers placed in Judea, whom the Romans now changed the name to Palestine, right? Later in history, 130 AD. So listen, so-called Negroes. You know this, man. The tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi, the Negro. Because we know that the Northern Kingdom are the so-called Aborigines, natives, the so-called American Indians, Hawaiian people, South Pacific. See, and that's why they took those books off the Bible. So they could hide our history. Okay. Look at this. Antique map of Africa with Israel connected as Northeast Africa. 1644. See this? Huh? This is Africa. What you call Africa, the so-called Middle East. This is Northeast Africa. See, you have to, man. This is where it all started and what it all is going to end, man. I'm telling you. So let's go back. Let's go back. Look at this. I want to show you guys this. See? All right. Let's go back to, I want to show you guys something. A good confirmation of this historic event is the name of the city of Ouida. Ouida in Benin, a country in West Africa that borders Burkina Faso, Togo, Niger, and Nigeria. Ouida was known as the Kingdom of Judah. And Ouida is the word Judah in French, since this region was colonized by the French later in history. This is close to the famous Port of the Non Return, Door of No Return, located in southern Benin, where ships sailed full of Hebrew slaves to the New World, the Americas, and all the islands of the Caribbean. Therefore, it's named the Door of No Return. See? Because you were never coming back to Africa again. You were going to Egypt again with ships. You see? White people never went through this. The Chinese never went through this. The Arabs never went through this. No, they all sold us into this. They all took part of this. Especially the head of all the heathen. We know it's Esau, the cunning hunter. Okay, but you gotta remember, the same people of Africa sold the Hebrews to the Europeans and to the Arabs, to the Christians and to the Muslims, huh? So much about religion, huh? The same Africans, Hamites of Africa, were the ones who sold the Hebrews, Israelites, as slaves to the Europeans and Arabs, since all kingdoms and nations conspired and agreed to benefit from the slavery of the Israelites. See? Let's just go through this. I want to show you guys. The name of Sambis, you can find it on verse of Esdras 9:34. Sambis. That's where the name Zambia comes from. Because the Israelites migrated to these regions. See, Mozambique. See, you can find it, man. Verse of Esdras 9:34. Look it up for yourself. Look at Lamentations 4, verse 18 to 19. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. For our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. And they pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. Now, the wilderness, is Africa. They laid wait for us. The Europeans, man. They gave guns to the Hamites and to the Muslims, to the Arabs. That's why you see many massacres in Africa. Rwanda genocide, Asaba massacre, the Igbo massacres, the South African apartheid. the Rwanda genocide, all the Ethiopian genocide. This is why you see different people, different in different places of Africa, more destruction, and more misery than in other places, because they know they want to exterminate the Hebrews. They want to exterminate the children of Israel. They took and crafted counsel to cut off the memory of the children of Jacob. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen, America, Europe, Asia. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits, the ways of Sion, and do more. Because none come to the solemn feasts. All her gates are desolate. Her priests sigh. Her virgins are afflicted, and she eats in bitterness. Her adversaries are the chief. Her enemies prosper. Yes, they prosper. You know why? Because they stole the temples they stole the treasures of the temple. And they have benefited themselves. All the Gentiles, they benefited themselves from the slavery of the children of Israel. You know, the Negroes, the natives, Aborigines. Y'all already know what happened in Australia, how the British got over there, took the Aborigines. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Oh, Holy One. I'm going to Daniel. Look at this. I'm sorry. Let's go back to Lamentations. I want to get this. See?